Alright, so we're going to begin this unit by looking at states of matter, and we've already kind of talked about this way back in Unit 1. So there are 4 different states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. But we're only going to be focusing on solid, liquid, and gas because that's regularly what we would see in a lab under sort of standard conditions. So the state of matter that you are is based on a couple of things. It's based on the arrangement of the particles, the energy that the particles have, and the distance that are between the particles that make up whatever that matter is. So in the next topic, we're going to talk more about this, but there's this idea of kinetic theory that matter is made up of a bunch of particles that are continually in random motion. And if we look at some matter that's in a solid state, the particles of the solids are tightly packed together and they're in a fixed position, but they are vibrating. So there is some motion to them. And the term kinetic means motion. So solids always have a definite shape and a definite volume. And if we were to increase the amount of heat that a solid was experiencing, it would then become a liquid. So liquids are particles, or have particles that are also tightly packed, but are far enough apart that they can actually slide past one another and flow. So liquids are said to have an indefinite shape, so that means they take the shape of whatever container you put them in, but they have a definite volume. They are not compressible. And you can see here that they're moving a little bit more. They have more motion than the solids. Then if we increase the heat more, add more heat, the matter can become a gas. And so particles of a gas are very far spread apart. They're moving freely and bouncing off one another. And this is what makes gases have an indefinite shape and an indefinite volume. So their volume can change, they're compressible, or they can expand, and they will also fit the shape of whatever container they are in. Okay, so those are the 4 states of matter. I kind of want to then go look at a simulation that I showed you way back at the beginning of the year. So here is neon, okay, and so in here we've got solid neon. It's at a very, very cold temperature. Remember, this is the Kelvin cycle, and I'll review temperature scales in this unit as well. But for now, just kind of focus on the fact that this is a solid, and it has its particles, and they're vibrating in place. They're tightly packed. They have a definite shape. They have a definite volume. Then if I were to add heat to this, I could increase the energy of the particles have, and they begin to move more quickly, and eventually they start to flow past one another, and that is a liquid. It has not a definite shape, but a definite volume. And then if I were to increase the heat even more, these particles then would start to move faster, they would spread further apart, and they actually have no definite shape, no definite volume, and they are free-flowing, and so it becomes a gas. So this is the basic properties of the 3 different states of matter.